Klaus Meine retiring.
What?
He's done.
Dude, they're going to... When?
I don't know.
Because they got a residency in a couple of months.
Yeah. Now it says Klaus Meine, the lead singer of Scorpions, has no plans to retire.
Oh, Mark
wonder where
spreading
that
this
came from.
bullshit
Speed reading.
news. Where did you get? Where did that come from?
It was an eBay auction.
eBay auction. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's get started.
Okay.
Welcome back to the podcast. Say What You Will podcast. It is December of 2024. I got that right?
think.
And it's the end of the month for end of the year for reviewing all the albums that we reviewed in the year, and we're picking our top 5 albums. So I don't know. Do you have anything to say? We have a guest.
Yes. Yep, we sure do. We have a loyal listener and a. Oh, wait a minute.
Mark's got a new sound
Mark
effect.
has some sound effects that.
Let's see if we have it.
All right.
We got to go get rid of all these commercials that won't stop.
Growing a beard, growing a beard, growing a beard.
Oh,
That was it.
This is riveting.
In another. Well, this app sucks.
But is this for the announcement of our guest?
Yeah,
Get
that's
it?
all you get.
You get a
that
symbol?
was the worst
No
drum
symbol?
roll I've ever heard.
No symbol at the end of that? Ting!
No,
So,
that's it.
loyal listener, longtime friend. Has been part of, I guess, a lot of these experiences as far as hanging out and listening to this music and going to concerts. So, Kevin Barnes.
Woo!
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. This is exciting. Good stuff.
No, this will be good. I think one time we had Rick kind of in the background at Mark's
Right.
at one time. But we never really had the guest thing, and I got to figure out the guest thing so we can do more of them.
Yeah.
Especially call-ins.
I'll be the guinea pig.
All right. Cool. But yeah, we're getting ready to go into a new year of rock. And we all prepared. There was really no albums in December. I think there may have been one we probably could have reviewed, but we decided to pick our top 5s like we did last year. And then a little bit later on, we're going to do the same thing we did last year too, which was play a little game to see who's the rock aficionado. Aficionado? What's that word? I'm trying to say
Aficionado.
something
Yep.
like that.
Is the word.
Mark won last year, so we'll see what happens this year.
Right on.
All right.
All right,
We got some news.
yeah, I was going to say, you got any news to start off with?
Let me start if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So, this tends to be what happens all the time as far as reissues. Udo Dirkschneider is going to celebrate 40 years of Balls to the Wall with a star-studded reimagining album due out in February 28th.
What does
couple
that?
months.
What does that mean?
So basically, he's going to re-record the album.
Yeah.
That's the standard.
Yeah.
That's the process. That's what they all do now, right?
Remaster.
They
the
they-
album, get the. There's got to be some sort of licensing or like copyright or a way to make money doing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of bands repackage.
Like does
their
Wolf
stuff.
Hoffman get? And
Well, look at Rat.
Yeah.
I mean, they're repackaging the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just to make a profit. But I did hear that they're going on tour with Priest in 2005. Which, didn't you see them with Priest in 84?
Yeah, that's right.
That's who
was
opened, right?
Defenders.
Yeah,
tour.
that's what I
Yep.
thought. Yeah. So that'd be kind of a good show, actually. You don't see that.
Yeah, and to be clear, except at this point is Wolf Hoffman. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the singer's been in there a long time, too.
Yeah.
The original.
He's good.
He's really good.
So Kevin and I are sharing a mic, so it's almost like we're trying to kiss each other, but the other one pulls away.
No one.
Glad there's no
No
video.
one. Yeah, no one can see this. Why are you giving away what you're doing? What you fellas are doing? I will say this: I'm watching you guys talk, and I'm going, "Freaking Barnes, he doesn't have glasses like the rest of us." Oh, do you need readers?
Readers.
Oh, okay. We do too.
I could go like this.
All right. All right. Good one, Dennis. Mark, you got anything?
Klaus Meine retiring.
What?
He's done.
Dude, they're gonna when?
I don't know. I just
Because
heard
they got a residency in a couple of months.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be part of it. I heard he's.
Just done from touring, or would he do
Where
the?
did you?
Well, he might do something like that.
Where did you read this?
I read it last week.
We need a source.
Yeah,
I don't know. Where
I can't.
saw it.
Well, so maybe
I
he's-
saw it a couple weeks ago, and I just had jotted it down for the cast. But I
So-
don't remember.
their residency is in middle of February to the beginning of March. So maybe after that, he's calling it quits.
Oh, now it says Klaus Meine, the lead singer of Scorpions, has no plans to retire.
Oh, Mark
wonder where
spreading
that
this
came from.
bullshit
Speed reading.
news.
That surfaced a couple
This
weeks
just
ago.
in.
I just wrote it down quickly. Yeah, right here. Breaking news: Klaus Meine announces departure. That was a Facebook, and then Blabbermouth, Klaus Meine on retirement. So
You got any more wrong news items, Mark?
They're suing Mark for false information.
Yeah,
But-
don't be coming at us for Mark.
yeah, he's no spring chicken. No, I mean this guy's
No.
got to be close to 80.
Yeah, didn't we say?
So I mean, when you're like, no, I'm like, it's not like these guys are 40.
Well, I was saying no because I knew they have a residency coming up. That's the only reason I was saying that.
Right.
But you're right. I think we've established they've been around the beginning of the
69 they
'70s, late '60s.
Late 60s.
It's crazy.
Walkers on stage are very awkward.
Yeah. Well, if you put rollers on them, they can kind of move little
Tennis balls.
with rollers with a skateboard attached. You can just move right across the stage.
What else? Paul Rogers got an autobiography coming out.
Nice.
That could be interesting. Not only for the Bad Company stuff, but his collaboration with Page.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. So he could have some interesting stories in there. He's always been kind of a out of the spotlight kind of guy. So, but I'm sure he's
He goes all the way back to Free, though. That goes way back.
well, yeah,
Good point. Yeah.
yeah. But he's a legend.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't play with the likes of Jimmy Page without having a resume, you know. And I love Bad Company. I love Free. I love
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah,
from them.
because Page signed him, Bad Company, onto that label, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's
it
where the
wasn't
relationship came from.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Swan Song. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, they were on
Page-
Swan Song.
Yeah,
Ah.
Page gave Bad Company the first album was
Right.
on that label.
So that was their connection.
Right.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting read.
Absolutely.
You know. You got anything else? I got.
I have some. The 2025 Grammy nominees for Best Rock Album. Do you see what they are?
I don't even know if I want to know.
Well, there's a couple you know in here. Oh, maybe one. Maybe two. Black Crowes, Happiness Bastards is on there.
Yep.
Another band, Romance. I have no idea. Album Romance. Green Day's last album. And another band I don't know. Pearl Jam's album. Dark Matter. Rolling Stones album. Hackney Diamonds. And Jack White, I guess, had a solo album called No Name.
How does
The Crows should get this.
does somebody want to enlighten me how a guy who has one other person in the band who's a drummer can do a solo album? What do you just swap drummers?
That's the ultimate definition of
It's like, hey, get off the drums. They're coming in. He's sitting in
Who's
on
this?
this one.
Jack White.
Jack
Oh,
White.
Jack.
The guy's got two people in the band. I'm going solo.
I've had
What does
enough
that
of
mean?
you. Not all of you, but just you.
Oh,
well, it's a
my God.
sister.
Yeah.
It's his sister. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
He's like, hey, I'm doing a solo album. Get off the drums. I'm bringing in this guy. I mean, how does that work?
I don't know. Just says he's doing a solo. He's got a couple solo
Plus,
albums.
is
out.
he that good?
One of his solo albums, I forget the name of it, is really good.
He's a strong guitar player. He does weird stuff. It's a little odd, but he's a good guitar player.
Yeah. I don't know much about him.
Well,
L.A. Guns got a new album coming out, 2025,
and a tour.
in a tour. I guess the big question is, who cares? You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
are these guys doing it? How are these guys?
Well, it's how they're making their money now, and they're making the money. Like there's people that loved them. We didn't.
We went and saw him at the Tupelo.
I didn't go.
Tracy Guns. Well, you were there, right?
right.
I went to see that other thing. What was that thing he was in Dennis with? Sarzo.
Oh, well, he was in Brides.
No,
he in
no.
Brides of
He wasn't
Destruction?
Brides of
He
Destruction.
was
when
in
they just-
another band with Sarzo. It was kind of a play on L.A. Guns' name or something. They had kind of a no-name singer came out. They played 2 songs. One was a cover, Hagar cover. And then they went into another song. And then he walked off stage and never came back.
Oh, where was that?
What's the place in Manchester there on Canal?
Oh,
The Cage.
No.
it's where we saw.
We've seen bands in
Yeah.
there.
All right, whatever.
But
Oh, the Jewel.
The Jewel. He played there, and he walked out after 2 songs. Like basically all you people that spent money tonight,
Yeah.
F you. So, I'm all set with that guy.
Huh. Well, yeah. I was never a huge LA Guns fan, but I know people that were, so maybe they're
I like some of this stuff.
maybe they're buying it. Actually, that last album, I did go and listen to it, and it's rocking.
Yeah. So what was the tour we went to? Because I remember going to Tupelo and it was L.A. Guns. It was Kiefer, his band, and then
That was just like last year, right?
Faster Pussycat.
Oh, wow.
That's where I got the hat.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like about 3 years ago, actually. No, I don't think you were at that
I didn't
one.
go to that one, no.
And the headliner was Kiefer because
Yeah.
he's a bigger draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is the headliner. It was Faster started, and then L.A. Guns came in, and then and I'd say out of the 3, I mean Kiefer is really obviously great. I thought Faster Pussycat was better than L.A. Guns. They were just more like raw and dirty. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Well, I
mean,
thought that was L.A. Guns' whole
Playing.
thing was it was Ross Street.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Faster
don't think
Pussycats cut from the same cloth. I mean, those
Yeah.
guys are all street L.A. Sunset Strip.
Yeah, it's all image too. I mean, the writing was never that strong. I mean,
No.
when you think about it, maybe a song here or there, and then
Yep.
Yeah. I actually think I like Faster Pussycat more than L.A. Guns back in the day.
Yeah, I think
agree
so
with
too. Yeah.
because we did make. I mean, we're going off here, but so pardon.
what we do.
Derek with the agenda, but when you think about, like, I always thought L.A. Guns and even Faster Pussycat, those guys were more, I think, influenced by punk in the way that the music was delivered. Than it
Well, so was
bluesy
Guns
rock.
N' Roses.
Yeah.
I mean, Duff McKagan was punk driven. Those guys all had that kind of
Like a more mainstream Ramones or something.
right. Yeah, harder. More rock, hard rock. But yeah. You got anything else?
I do. Tesla has a new tune.
Oh, they do.
Don't get too excited.
Oh, don't tell me Phil Collins produced it.
No, I don't know who produced it, but it's called All About Love.
Yeah.
And it's really not that good. It's just like
Sounds like a ballad.
it's
Well, it sounds
ballady. They're rock ballads how they used to write,
Yeah, but their old rock ballads are great.
Yeah, I know. This one is just not. It's just like I don't know. You can listen to it, but it looks like they've released like an EP, and they have different versions of the song. They have an acoustic version, an electric version, and then they have like some other one. But on this EP, they do a cover of Joe Walsh "Walk Away," which is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, they do good covers. They did all
Oh,
that
yeah.
reel to reel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with all that reel to reel stuff. The covers on there are fantastic.
Their last album, I don't know if it was the live one. They covered
Pick that up.
They covered an Aerosmith
They do it like
SOS, I think.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, they do kind of deep cuts.
Yeah.
Didn't they do Seasons of Wither too? in
Yeah,
years
they did
past?
that. They do Stones.
Yeah.
They did, of course, Rock Bottom, which is they do a great version of that. That reel to reel, they have two. I think it was 1 and 2,
Yep.
and it's Frampton.
Yep.
What's the big Frampton one there with the talk box?
Do you? Or whatever that is.
I don't
incredible.
with that band.
Incredible.
I don't think that I've ever seen such a smoother transition from Tommy to Dave Rude.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, Rude is just incredible on his own. I mean, you can make an argument. Well, I don't know.
Well, I think Tommy brought more of the harder rock songs to Tesla, and I think Hannon was more the blues side.
Yep. I'd agree.
And it worked great together. I think when Rude came in, I don't know if he
I don't even know
picked
if he
up. I don't think he picked up where Tommy left off at the rock riffs.
No, and I think there was someone before Rude just for a little bit. And I don't know who it is.
yeah, he's good. That's good. I mean, Tommy just looked awesome on stage, and
He was awesome.
he was like Edison's Medicine.
But yeah, Edison Medicine.
All the heavier. I mean, coming at you live. I think that's all Tommy driven Tesla.
Do you know he was playing in a band in Boston? He was
A lot
playing
of
in some
guys
like
are playing in
original.
bands in Boston.
What's that?
What'd you say?
No, Tommy was playing in some band from Boston.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but I was like, wow, that's weird. He's out
Yeah,
this
and
way.
Brian Wheat, I think, was producing it.
Oh, really?
Remember we talked about
Oh,
that? a couple-
you're right. I think
Yeah.
we did chat about it. Huh.
I'd love to see him back. Well, as much as I like Dave Rude, I'd like seeing the original band.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know
got,
if it'll
you
ever
got,
happen, but
you got the mild Steve Brown, though.
well, Steve Brown.
Come on.
That's. I mean, I'm going to see him. I'm buying tickets. to
Oh,
that.
yeah. So they're playing 2 shows at the casino in June?
June 7th and 8th, I think.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday night. I mean, you got to go to
Oh.
that
They were
summer.
the ones who were playing
That-
the night of the Reach the Beach, and I was the one that drove into Hampton, and we were going to walk to the end line, and they were rehearsing with the doors open.
Oh.
Reach the Beach is this relay race.
Yep.
From
I didn't run, I drove.
yeah. From Loudon. I mean, no, from where?
Bretton Woods.
Bretton Woods to Hampton.
And yeah, so I stood outside. I said, "Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to stand here and listen to this." They played like 3 or 4 songs. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
They're just a great live band. Their whole thing is live.
The last time they played, a few years ago, they played Casino, and they sold out 2 nights.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any other bands do that. there.
People love that band around here. Especially up here.
It's a
When
great
they
show.
play the casino, that's why they're doing 2. How many bands do 2 nights at the casino? I've never seen any bands do that. They'll
No.
probably sell out both nights.
Oh yeah, the last time they were here, the last time they did that, they sold out both nights.
That's incredible.
Yeah, a
So-
lot of the artists love that venue too. They love
It is
Yeah.
it is a cool venue, I think, for those bands to play.
Yep.
You know.
You have anything else, Mark? Since
Yeah,
I got 2 more things.
I
But
mean,
go ahead.
if this isn't the biggest news, I mean, you thought some of this other stuff we're talking about is big. This is probably on the top.
Here we go.
Tommy Lee only showers once a week.
Oh no,
Can you fucking
you
believe
don't
it?
I would
say.
have thought less, but okay.
He only showers.
Where are you put? Was this like on CNN? Where'd you get this
Well,
news
Fox
item?
News. Who cares? This was news. Tommy Lee
slow
only
news day.
showers once a week, which is probably what when they were in the 80s. I don't think they showered at all
Yeah.
back then. So he's up. He's got 3 weeks up on that. And
Want to ruin their image.
But
and
you,
this one might even top Tommy Lee not showering. And this one is big news, guys. Hold on to your hats. Don Dawkin sold his motorcycle.
What?
I know. I saw it and I was like,
Say this and
Cancel
sell.
New Year's.
are you kidding me? First of all, it's 2024, right? There's no person more insignificant in the rock world than Don Dokken now.
Never mind back.
Never mind in 86 when they were probably at their prime. I don't care if he sold his fucking motorcycle back then. How
Did you miss the news that
Okay,
he even
so let
bought
me-
it?
let me-
How
how
did you miss
does-
that?
What?
That he bought it.
I didn't even know he bought the motorcycle.
Where are you getting this news? 'Cause
Blabbermouth. All right. So I see it on Blab. So my question is, when the columnist walks in and goes, "Hey, I need news for the website." Oh yeah. And the guy goes,
I've been working on this piece.
"Hey, did you hear Don Dokken sold his motorcycle?" Don't you go, "Oh yeah, that's great. Got any news? Any rock news?"
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
But you know what? It accomplished it because you stopped and read it.
I did.
You
I
wrote
read the
it down.
article.
I think it's more important about who bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Dokken sold
There's
his
the
motorcycle.
news article. I mean, there's the investigative reporting right there. Mark, go find out who bought Don Dokken's motorcycle.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I bet if you emailed Don Dokken, he would tell you. Say you have a podcast, we talk about rock. I saw your motorcycle. I know it was a make I was interested in. Who'd you sell it to? Like, what?
I
I bet
he'd probably
guarantee
be all into it.
he's not doing it. He has his thumb up his ass, and he'll probably email back, talk to you.
It's like Stephen Pearcy's got the runs. Oh, fucking! Oh, I don't get.
Just in.
Yeah, unbelievable.
All right.
That's all I got for news.
So I don't know if it was I didn't write down the source here. I don't know if it was Guitar Player or Billboard, but they released the top 30 rock songs of the year. There's some rock on here.
How bad is that when it's top 30 rock bands of the
And
year?
there's
There's
some
actually rock on it.
Ace Frehley,
Is it yacht rock?
number 18. I got a topic on that. Ace Frehley, number 18 with Walking on the Moon. Bruce Dickinson. Did he do a solo album this year?
Yeah, Mandrake Project.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had number 16 with Rain on the Graves. Sebastian Bach, which is his number 11 with Everybody Bleeds.
You said that was pretty good.
Oh, the album's great. That's just a song.
Yeah.
The album's great. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss. I don't know if they did I guess it's a new recording. Number
Does he ever
7.
record without her anymore?
I don't think so. Number 7 with the remake of Levee Breaks. I haven't heard it. Judas Priest, number 4 with The Serpent and the King. The Black Crowes with number 2, Wanting and Waiting. I'll give anyone here $100 if you guess the band of the number 1 song, rock song.
The rock band. The number 1 rock song of 2024.
Just name the band. You don't have to name the...
I'll take a shot at the
okay.
Struts.
Okay, Barnes?
Greta Van Fleet.
Oh. Mark?
Rival Sons.
All I got to say is I'm saving my $100. The number 1 song, The Cure, Alone. Rival Sons came out with a couple albums this year. So, yeah, it was shocking.
Yeah. Well, when you say rock, that's a wide umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, come on.
What I have, 6 bands here? 6
It
artists?
didn't say hard rock.
Right. So these 6 are the
Rock can be.
heaviest that we would talk about,
Yeah.
you know. And then the last little bit of news was Rick Beato released a video the other night, and I think the title of it is "I hate the fucking term rock, yacht rock."
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
It's
but
good. He goes off on it, and he gets pissed at the term because there's a documentary on it.
Oh, who's this?
Rick Beato.
Piano.
Oh, okay.
And he goes off on it, and he's pissing and moaning, and which is all accurate. But it got me thinking about, yacht rock. Same thing with like hair metal. It's like these silly
Well, the
tags
problem
that get thrown.
is when you put labels on that, like hair bands, the wrong bands get put in the category.
Right.
It's like, okay, you want to put a hair band, you're going to say Poison? I say, yeah, you are a hair band. You
Yeah.
focused on your look. You hairsprayed your hair. You did that. But why is Tesla in there? Why do they all? There's bands that shouldn't be in that category that fall into it. And I think with yacht rock, it's the same thing. Some are probably really cheesy one-hit wonder bands, and some are probably more prolific bands that probably shouldn't be in there, like America, who's got a ton of great songs. But they're in that genre. They came out in that era, and you get lumped in it, and you can't
Brothers,
get
Steely
out of
Dan.
it.
Right.
Yeah, Doobie Brothers is not yacht rock.
Yeah, so it's almost like yacht rock is a compilation CD you buy or playlist versus some of those bands you're talking about, Doobie Brothers, where you buy the album based on the merits of the writing and stuff.
Right.
So that documentary, I believe, was the one that recently Donald Fagen was approached for an interview.
Yes,
Did you-
covers that. Rick covers that.
Okay, I won't take.
Well,
out-
Steely Dan shouldn't be in that.
Well, basically,
category.
he tells him to go fuck himself.
That's right.
He tells
but Seals and Croft should be in that.
he talks about the people running the documentary, and he basically goes, "Go fuck yourself."
Right, and Donald
It's awesome.
Donald Fagen's body of work, Steely Dan. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
maestro. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
He's a
Right, it's
phenomenal-
insulting. It's insulting to be categorized. Like, it's insulting to Tesla. I know we're talking about Tesla a lot, but that's insulting to them to call
Yeah.
them a hair band. Right. They're not a hair band.
Right. They're more.
The guys came out with T-shirts and jeans.
yeah. They're
their
more
whole career.
Aerosmithy,
Yeah.
pure. So yeah, go check it out. It's a good one. I saw it and I was like, well, I gotta watch it. It's short. It's only like 10 minutes, not even. But he goes off. I've never seen him that bad.
He's usually a pretty happy, upbeat guy.
Yeah,
That's something
yeah.
pissed him off.
All right. Any other news items? Anyone else selling bird feeders or anything like that? Mark?
feeders.
Anyone selling bird feeders or roller skates or
Barbecue sauce.
skateboards?
The hell are you talking about?
I said, is there any other news?
Useless
people.
news.
Oh,
Useless
yeah, I know,
news.
Hey, how come you didn't respond on that band I sent you
What band?
yesterday?
I don't know. You sent me a text.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Oh man, put it.
let me bring down the show.
Bring it
Here,
up.
hold on. Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, I don't know if I can bring them up. These guys are friggin' great.
Funk in the Mall.
If you can you pull it?
I don't know if it'll work well.
I went to the mall the other day. Yeah? Yeah. And people at the mall are so boring. Yeah. So I had to do something about it. Yeah. What did you do? Well, I said, hey. Nah. I said, hey. I said, hey, your people back in the home. They're gonna get down and funk them on. Hey, your people back in the home. They're gonna get down and funk them on. People always ask what the recipe is. Well, it's as easy as taking a
Huh?
All right.
What was that, Yacht Rock?
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
What was her name? It's Chris something and
How did you come up with this? Was this a video embedded in the Don Dawkins?
it was
selling?
on Facebook. I just saw it. And I'm like, oh wow! And so I clicked on it, and I was like, these guys. And then of course you start looking at their other material, and they're really good.
You're the marketer's dream.
I know. Well,
Yeah. All right. Let's get started. So we're doing our top 5 albums of the year that we reviewed, and And last time we did it, like you did your number 5, Dennis. Mark, you did your number 5.
Yep.
Barnes, you can do your number 5, and then I'll do mine.
Super. And then, like, when we say it, why we believe
Yeah.
it made the top. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
So, okay, cool.
All right. Let's start with you, Dennis.
Sure. My number 5 favorite album, 1984, belongs to Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers.
Oh,
The album means a lot to me. The music, we reviewed it recently, and that's out there on a podcast. And
so about that, I will in the show notes. I'll put in a link to the podcast of
excellent.
everyone's 5 and 4 and whatever.
This was the album. There was a return of that lineup, and some would argue the last time we really heard the band. Although they did they released another one a couple years after. But phenomenal album, Perfect Strangers.
Nice.
No doubt. No
Yeah.
argument there.
All right, Barnes, why don't you go?
All right, so my number 5, I waffled back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with Dio Last in Line.
Nice.
You know, it could argue it could be anywhere and do 1 to 5, but where I am right now, that was such an amazing album. I know it didn't have quite the punch of
Holy
the first
Diver.
album, Holy
Yeah.
Diver, but you know, from start to finish, I listened to it twice today.
That's great.
Just at work.
No, it's
and
legendary.
Didn't even, you know. It
No,
didn't-
there's no argument
no,
there.
so
Yeah.
you know, listen to that voice. Could listen to it all day.
Yep.
So
And on that podcast, you got the bumper, Dennis, because you said I like the way he sings. What did you say?
The last one? The last.
When we reviewed this album,
Dio album.
you were reciting one of his lyrics, and it was freaking awesome. Yeah, something. What was it? Well, we'll put a link to it.
Now you got. I can't think.
Anyways, all right, cool, Barnes.
Yeah,
Anything
Kevin,
else?
Went to that tour, talked about that.
Wait, who went?
I did.
Oh.
I was.
Oh,
at
that's
that-
right.
Yeah.
Who opened?
Last in line.
No, who opened up?
Dio.
Dawkins.
No, it might have been Twisted.
Oh, Twisted
Might have been
Sister.
Twisted Sister. I can't remember, but I had remembered when we did the podcast.
Twisted Sisters that was.
Well, they're.
That's
at
right.
peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Nice. Mark.
Well, you know, I had a problem. I didn't have as much a problem picking my top 5 as far as putting them in order.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That was my problem. And I don't even know if this is still my definite order, but I had to pick an order here. So
My 5 and 4 could flip,
I
and
could
my
flip
3
all
and
of
2.
these.
See, I got down to I wish this was top 8.
Well, yeah, there's some
That's
missing
This
here.
is where we're gonna get a
but
lot of.
that's what happened last time. We were going to do the top 10, and then I said, no, let's do 5. It'll be harder.
Yeah, it was tough leaving out a couple. I was like, I don't know how to leave it out, but to leave that out, I leave something I got here out, which is
Yeah.
just as good.
What do you got?
Be interested in seeing if there's similarities. We're
Yeah,
gonna have differences.
last time you guys had a lot of the same.
Me and Mark.
You and Mark.
Yeah, so I'd say top number 5, but like you said, this is interchangeable. I got Fastway all fired up. But that could fall into 3, that could fall into 2 or 4. I mean, but that's definitely one of the best albums for me that year.
Nice. All right. My number 5, episode 24 on the podcast. We reviewed this. 3 singles off the album. We Rock, Last in Line, Mystery.
Yeah.
Same as
Yeah.
Barnes. Wasn't a huge Dio fan growing up,
Yeah.
but
Well, you didn't have a lot to choose from. You had that and one other album.
right. But I was never like. Well,
Unless
I never,
you were into Sabbath.
Well, that's the thing. I never came in even in
Yeah.
that door. But just massive songs, just massive vocals,
Campbell.
and Campbell like plucking
His
him out of
play.
obscurity.
He's 2 minutes up the road from you. We got to
I
get him
know.
on a cast.
Well, so I was saying, obviously they're not touring anymore, but the Last in Line tribute band, I think it was last year they toured. Weren't they in Manchester?
Manchester. Yeah.
Yeah.
we should do a podcast based around Def Leppard, Black Sabbath, Dio, and Whitesnake, and have Vivian Campbell sit in.
Yeah.
and talk about all those bands.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how you reach out is a problem. But
Yep. So yeah, that was my number 5.
all right.
All right, Dennis, back to you for number 4.
God, you guys talking about Dio? It's like I'm having like regrets now.
Well, you started with
Is he not
Purple.
even on your list?
Purple, but I can live with that, sleep with that. My number 4, Iron Maiden, Power Slave. I just think that's a strong album, and arguably, they're one of their top in the catalog.
Without question.
The top 3.
And another tour I went to, it's just
Amazing.
I listened to that today too. What I was amazed about is, I love the album. I love the concept album approach. How it keeps dropping into a similar riff all the way through the album.
Yeah.
Different songs, it's the same riff.
Yeah.
They just
Well, it's
keep
got that
falling-
Middle Eastern.
Yeah, they keep falling
stuff,
back
yeah.
into that whole thing. It's just cool.
Yep. No doubt.
Nice. And I think you said in the last year when we did this that this podcast especially is very subjective. It's all of our own opinions of
Right.
well,
the albums we like. You know?
exactly, because I know you had made a comment where I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dickinson's vocals after a while you get kind of
Yeah.
worn out with them, and I think sometimes it's interesting because with music, culture and what you grow up with, like I experienced this, so I guess that's why I'm like almost like leaning towards it because I was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so it's hard to be, I guess, objective to a certain degree.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's one thing to live in those times and have gone and seen these bands live and witnessed it, and another to just say, "Oh, I had the album, or I
Right,
heard
right.
it back then," and you have a little bit more of a biased opinion when you're actually at the concert.
Or
You
if,
saw
Felt it.
these,
You felt it.
you felt it, you were there.
or if the album came out and you bought it and it was just a critical moment in your life, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a
yeah.
more of a bond to it,
Right.
whether you saw it or not.
Yeah, that's a good way.
So, all right, Barnes, what do you got?
All right, so number 4, I got Judas Priest, Defenders. of the Faith.
Can't go wrong with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I mean, the tone of these guitars in this album is just mind blowing.
Oh, that,
It's just
that dual guitar.
exactly. It's and that voice. Oh, Jesus.
Ah, you can't go wrong with that. Once again, another concert, Dennis.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about that. I believe
And
that was the cast in your camper.
Yeah.
That we did, and that was a good cast. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it really broke down that album and the impact it made.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right, Mark, how about you? 4.
I got 4. Queensryche, The Warning. That was.
what do you out of your mind?
I love that album. Huh?
No,
I love that. I don't know. Maybe I love that album.
I'm just kidding.
Look, he's
Of course.
pulling articles about Don Dawkins' motorcycle,
Right.
right? Come
I
on.
don't know. That I thought that was a groundbreaking album for the times. Not necessarily for straight ahead rock bands, but more progressive rock bands that came after them. But I could listen to that album.
Not bad for teenagers.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the podcast. These guys are 20 years old writing this material.
Yeah.
I like just about every song off that album. And I
was
think it.
First, second,
First.
First, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was an EP.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for me, that was I love that album back then. Love it now.
All right. Well, this album we reviewed on the same podcast with the Dio one I mentioned before, episode 25. Again, I wasn't a huge fan of this band when I was younger, but they just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I became a fan and then went back and enjoyed it. Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
That was when I struggled with getting on this list.
That and Dio, I was going back and forth. But yeah,
Groundbreaking.
yeah.
I think we talk about groundbreaking. I think that album and The Warning are groundbreaking for two different genres. Oh, yeah. Going forward. Metallica took off, and set that thrash scene on fire. And I think Queensryche set that progressive rock, Dream Theater, bands like that come out after that. You know what I mean? I think these albums had a lot to do with that.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, and I saw them this summer at Foxborough, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
And I think they did a 2-year billing, so I think they're touring again this summer. Wow. I don't know if they're doing it in the winter. I don't think
tour
they
a
are.
lot. I don't know. It seems like every year they're out.
Well,
Every
no, they
summer
hadn't
they're
toured
out,
in
right?
many years, and
Oh.
they booked like 2 years, and it started last year. It's going to continue this summer. I don't think they're touring like this winter, and because they're just doing stadiums. So, yeah, that was my number 4.
Yeah.
Dennis, back to you, number 3.
Yeah, so coming in at number 3 for me is this is Judas Priest, Defenders, and I'm really, this bothers me because I think this should it kind of makes, I feel like it should be higher, frankly.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Where do you put these in a 5? They're interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin talked a little bit about some of the things that this album, this was arguably one of their best albums. Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can't argue that.
All right. Dennis, you're third. Oh, is it Mark?
Oh, me?
Sorry, Dennis. No, Kevin.
Dennis is
Kevin.
the-
Kevin
oh,
was next.
Kevin.
Sorry, I said
No, that's cool.
Dennis instead of Kevin.
I didn't like your last choice.
You're all done.
You're demoted.
You're all done.
All right, so my
Go
number
warm the
3
car, will you?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't turn it off. My number 3 is Iron Maiden Power Slave.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
It's just killer. Absolutely killer.
All right.
When did you get into Maiden, Kevin? Was that high school or later?
It was high school. I think my sister, the way it always happens, an older sibling possibly brings something home, and she had that. She had Blizzard of Oz, and I'm stealing those and spinning them when she's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Was Maiden your first, Power Slave your first Maiden album, or was it something before that you got into?
No,
did you go backwards?
I did after that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that happens a lot.
That's exactly how
That's why I asked.
Yeah, you hear an album or a song, then you go, "Oh, what do they got?" And you go back and listen to the earlier material.
What's interesting? Well, how old was your sister? Like older than you?
She's 3 years old.
Yeah. So I had a similar situation, and that kind of frames my music background. My brother's 10 years older than me.
Oh, there you go.
So I have, Skinner, Foghat. I've got, all those types of bands that he used to bring
Which
to me.
is great too.
Yeah.
That stuff's great.
But what's interesting is my list will be kind of framed that way. Just kind of.
Right.
All right, Mark, number 3.
Number 3, I got VH 1984. I mean, I like this album more now, I think, than I did back then. But when you go and listen to this album today, you realize what a freaking masterpiece that album is. And Eddie Van Halen and some of those deeper cuts and Drop Dead Legs and Girl Gone Bad and House of Pain. And you're like, Jesus Christ. I have a better appreciation for this album now.
Yeah.
Because back then you're like comparing it to the earlier, more hard rock driven stuff. But to me, that album was it's a masterpiece.
Yep.
From front to back.
I agree. All right, my number 3 is Love at First Sting.
Another one I had a problem keeping
That
off
was
my list.
It was such an informative part of my youth.
The
You know,
hits.
I mean, there's like 5 hits on there.
Yeah.
Rocket Like a Hurricane, Still Loving You, Big City. Speaking of informative youth, Big City, live concert, all those beach bikini
yeah.
shots. It's like,
It's unreal.
yeah. And then the last single they had was "I'm Leaving You," which Mark, I think you said was your favorite tune on the album when we reviewed it on the podcast. I don't know why.
I think I think that was the
It's got a
one.
different tempo.
Yeah.
We reviewed that on episode 20. Again, I'll put these in the show notes. Actually, I went back to check if that was the podcast that we talked about this album. And that bumper of the podcast is when Mark was maybe a little bit tipsy and he keeps saying amazing throughout the podcast. He said it like 30 or 40 times. So the podcast starts off with you just doing all these drops of you going, amazing. That guy's amazing. And he's amazing.
That's amazing that you came up with that.
Funniest thing. So anyways, and they have a residency. I have the dates.
So I guess Klaus Meine is going to be on that.
Yeah. He's going to ride over on Don Dawkins'
amazing.
motorcycle. He bought
Maybe he
it.
bought it.
So yeah, that's my number 3. All right. Dan, number 2.
So for me, coming in at number 2 is Whitesnake Slide It In.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I just love that album. Always did.
Yeah, great album.
You know, John Sykes, his introduction
Oh, my
to the band, Coverdale, that bluesy recipe that, you know, from there on, just, you know,
No
awesome
doubt
album.
there.
You definitely got a glimpse of the sound of the future
Yeah.
with that album with John.
Yeah,
Sykes.
but it wasn't quite
wasn't there
where
yet.
they went.
Right.
But it was a departure from that blues
Right.
element they had before that album.
Yeah. Mike Hilliker sent me a clip. It must have been from that tour of Sykes doing a solo for Crying in the Rain live.
Oh,
Unbelievable. I'm like, holy
Mike
shit.
always likes
And I go,
Sykes anyway.
this is the point that Coverdale looked over at him and said, yeah, you're not doing an album with me again.
no.
Like, you're going to be bigger than I am. I got to
Yeah.
get rid of you.
Oh, and I think that was a lot to do with it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I agree.
Kevin's up.
Well, I wanted
Yeah, I did Slide
Dale Sykes.
Coverdale.
You think
Syke.
a lot to do with the departure was the jealousy
Oh, yeah.
and envy of that guy? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But how would it ever affect the guy who's the lead singer with the guitar player?
And why not have a duo? Like all the
Right.
biggest bands in the world have had these singer guitar player duos.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to take his position in the band.
I don't know.
LSD
Although he
there.
could sing. He
Yeah.
sang on the Blue Murder albums. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, but
He
I
was a
think-
full package.
But the thing is, John Sykes is a little bit like weird nowadays. You know, he's not. He wrote some material. He hasn't done anything in 100 years.
Well, no,
It's
he's kind of
ridiculous.
reclusive. But
Yeah, he is. But yeah,
I don't know. If I'm a guy who's got this band together and this guy's in my band, the last thing I'm want to do is lose this guy.
I know.
I'm not throwing a guy out because he can play guitar and sing. I don't
Yeah.
understand the point of that.
I don't know. Maybe, well, don't forget, Coverdale pretty much wrote all those songs too.
Right.
So you wonder if he was like, oh man, he's going to start getting all the writing on these two and he's going to start wanting to
So
contribute
what?
more stuff.
Ride the wave.
Who knows? I mean, he did all right without him.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Sykes, Blue Murder, and then
Yeah.
just a great.
well, what would you prefer? The
Prefer is different,
Slip of the Tongue or Blue Murder's first album?
Oh, yeah. No.
I'll take the Blue Murder album
Yeah.
all day, which could have been the next Whitesnake album if Coverdale gave him some leeway.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But the
I mean, that album was phenomenal.
But the thing is that Slide It In there was a lot of chemistry in that album with the band. I mean, I believe that's one where Cozy Powell was on drums. John Lord is on that album. He's on Slide It In. He's on
he
Slide
is?
It In. Yeah. And
Murray.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it was just a great album.
Yeah, they fired them all for the tour and got all these, the hair band lineup,
Yeah.
I don't get it either.
which, nobody really figured out until the writing process started for the next album that hey, the guys that wrote this shit and played on that last album aren't here. Because Slip of the Tongue is nothing like
Maybe you don't want to write
the
it.
White Snake album. You know. Oh, well, actually, the White Snake album, after Sliding In,
Was written by Sykes.
Most of it.
Yeah.
was Lord in that?
No.
No.
No, he's gone. All those old guys, English old
Murray
guys.
was still on that, though.
Right, but a lot of those old English guys,
They kinda
were
departed.
gone after
Slide
Slide
It
It
In.
Slide It In was the merger from the old Whitesnake when Marsden moved.
Yeah, to the modern
to the with
hair
Sykes,
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why it was so great because the Moody Marsden Whitesnake wrote great bluesy hard
Oh, it's
rock.
awesome.
And then you had this element of this like guitar hero, and he really was. And added to it to modernize the sound and make it more hotter, and it just was great. It was a great like chemistry that was created, you know. And then the next album was a little bit more commercial, but you know, the sign of the times, right? 1985, 1986, and then forget it. Yeah, but I agree. You know, Derek's on. You know, Coverdale. I mean, Coverdale put up with Blackmore's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's his band, his solo band, David Coverdale's solo band.
Well, he wants to be the guy.
But David Coverdale's first solo album, which was in the early 70s, I think, or mid 70s, do you know what the title of it is? It's called Whitesnake. So this whole album was on, this is Coverdale's.
Yeah.
You know, he's the boss.
Well, he is White Snake. You know, like he's the White Snake.
Yeah.
It's him, right? Everyone else is a hired gun. And the problem is if you join this band and you don't want to be a hired gun, that's where the problems start. And I think when Sykes gets in, Sykes goes, you know better than I am. I'm a virtuoso guitar player, and I can sing just as good as you. You know what I mean? So that's when the heads start to butt, right?
Yeah, or maybe it's the business plan, like Coverdale going, look, I want to get more mainstream. I want to take over America. I want to do videos, which ended up being that way.
Well,
You
that's
got
where they
Sykes,
went.
it's like, I'm a guitar, technician. I'm not,
Well,
I'm not
same can be
interested
said
in
for
that.
David Lee Roth and Eddie, where Eddie was just like, hey, I just want to write songs, go on tour and play my songs. Or Dave's the visionary. Well, I want to do videos and, over-the-top concerts. And it's always a singer that wants to do that. Right. The musician doesn't give as much about that part.
Whoa. I'm offended. The musician? So you're saying singers and
How
non-musicians?
about all
Come on.
musicians to the stage and a drummer?
That's right. All
I
right.
heard that my whole life.
All right, Barnes. Number 2. We're on number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, am I up?
No, Barnes.
Settle down.
Mine's is up.
Number 2, Van Halen, 1984.
Yeah, of course.
I struggled to put this one on top, but this is just
It's a gem.
ridiculously good album. There's not a bad song on it. There's not a bad note on it. You could listen to this in and out, upside down. It doesn't matter.
It grows on you.
It does.
That album grows on you.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I've said this a million times. With Dennis, you and I going to buy that at Strawberries.
Yeah.
Taking a bus down there and putting that in and going, this sucks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing is that.
Yeah,
I think
you
I think it's like a minute and a half before you even hear a guitar.
Yeah.
Right. But the more you listen to it, then you start seeing the videos of Panama and Huff and Teacher. You're like, I guess this isn't that fucking. Then you're like, this is great. You know what I mean? But it definitely grew on you. It wasn't an album like you throw on like their first album, like, okay, this is great head to toe.
Yep.
Once you got past Jump.
Which, let me tell you right now, Jump is a hit.
It is.
And that was a well-written song, and it's their only hit from Dave. So, you could bag on it for being keyboard-related, but he wrote a hit. That's a hit song.
Sure is.
All right, Mark. What's your 2?
My 2 is Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. I mean, let's just leave it at that. Let's not beat a dead horse here. I think, was that the last podcast we do with that one?
I don't remember.
It might have been.
Yeah.
No, the one before that.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? I mean,
What are
front
you
to
gonna say?
back.
What are you gonna say that hasn't been said?
There's nothing, so I'm not gonna say anything. Next.
So I'm gonna say an album that no one's been saying anything about. That's Loudness. No, just kidding.
Loudness.
No. Mark and his new toy. No, mine. It's funny for whatever reason. The Whitesnake. I looked over that album and I was like, this could be my number 2, really. But my number 2 at the time I was doing this and going over it is Out of the Cellar, Rat.
Yeah.
Again, another informative album for me in my childhood. Obviously, we can see you three are a lot heavier than me.
No, but I love that album.
It's a great album.
I think that's their best album. Yeah. I mean, because Invasion, I don't think had as many great songs.
No.
And it had some hits, right? Lay
Yep.
It Down and You're in Love or whatever. But
It only had 2 singles, but
I don't know. It's just all the other
the other
songs.
songs were great.
Great.
They
I don't
just-
think they ever wrote a better album after that. They wrote good stuff,
Yeah.
but not as good as that. That was their
And it-
best album.
And it was a little more raw than the other albums. The other albums started to get a little more polished.
I mean, DeMartini, talk about underrated. That guy never gets talked about in the conversation.
Yeah.
But that guy.
And he doesn't want to tour anymore.
Who? DeMartini?
Yeah, he just doesn't care to do anything. Speaking of which, so Steven, he's like Sebastian carrying the torch.
Yeah, he's waving the flag.
He's rocking every day. You see him, at the grocery store, and he's got his full garb on.
Yeah.
He is.
Hey, something
is-
has to be said for that, being like the real deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it'd be easy for these guys to shed that whole thing and say, listen, I'm fucking 67 years old.
Right.
All right, scene's over, and just walk away from that. But him, Sebastian Bach, Vince Neil, as much as people brag on that guy is waving the flag of hair band rocking sleaze rock to this day. He still is out there. He's still singing. He's still touring. A lot has to be said for their dedication
Yeah.
to that.
So it's
You
funny. It's funny you say that because I got looking. I said I know he's going on tour again this year, Piercy. He's going to be in Bangor, Maine, at some theater place
Yeah.
with 2 other artists, Bret Michaels and Vince Neil.
Right. And Bret Michaels, another guy.
The 3 of them. They're going to be doing some show up
How
there.
easy would it be for those guys to say, it's over, I'm done?
Yeah.
A lot of them have,
Yeah.
and just gone into obscurity.
Piercy's still like you see his Twitter handle, and he's like, what's that, his fiance or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, in her 30s. And
Yeah,
everything.
she's young.
He's still living the rock lifestyle. He's wearing the leather.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Grocery store.
That's what
grocery
I'm talking
store.
about.
He's picking
They're
out bananas
still
and he's got leather
carrying the
chaps
flag.
on and he's
They're carrying the flag.
He
They
looks like a
don't,
chestnut.
yeah.
but that lets you know they're real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to still be looking the way they look and singing and playing in bars like they're playing now, that's a testament to their dedication.
It
And
just is who they are.
it's who they are.
Yep.
Now, let's not confuse this with the super successful tour of this year, or maybe it was the end of last year, which was Juan Crucier doing a Rat tour.
Oh,
Remember,
my
we
God.
talked about that at one point, so I went and looked up. I go, I think he toured. There was nothing. There was like no dates, or if he had any, they fell apart or whatever. And then you got
And
Blotzer
Blotzer, what's
suing
he-
them with, he's got his Rat Attack thing. And I mean,
Awful.
I just wish like Piercy and at least DeMartini would get together and do it.
That's all it would take.
Yeah.
But I think it's money there again. That's what it comes back to. All right. So that was my number 2. All right, back to Dennis. You're number one.
Yeah, so for me, coming to number one, Van Halen.
Van Halen.
I made them number one. Yeah, I just think that
Van.
Yeah.
you got
Well,
the tour, everything, the packaging, the album. I agree with you. The first impression was a super letdown. I remember
Had to grow on you.
clearly. But boy, those B-sides, Drop Dead Legs, Top Jimmy.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was just, you know what it was, Dennis, Derek, Kevin? He was so ahead of everybody in his brain that when you listen to it, you didn't get it because he was miles ahead of you. He's like, you guys are still here. I'm 3, 4, 5 years beyond where you guys are now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. A visionary.
Yeah.
That's why nobody got 84 as far as rock guys, because he was already moved on. He's like, you guys are sitting here and you're staying in your little rock world with all your bands. And he goes, I'm already over here. You know? And you're always chasing that guy.
And it was the end of an era to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
even Alex Van Halen is,
Stopped his
commenting
book,
on
yeah.
that, said this is when it all ended, right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Good choice. Barnes, how about you?
All right, number one, Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I first heard this, it blew my freaking doors off. The guitar, that chugging right hand that just never stops. Amazing. I mean, it was such a stark difference between the production of Kill 'Em All to this. You could tell that they
Well,
had
Kill 'Em All
serious
wasn't
backing.
on
was
a
almost
major
indie.
label.
Yeah. And then they had some backing, and oh my God, that sound. It still explodes out of the speakers to this very day.
And
Oh, yeah.
Dave wrote one or two songs too on it, right?
Mustaine wrote a couple.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You wonder what that band would be if they stayed with Mustaine through those years. The writing, what that would have. I think there would have been a lot more headbutting
Yeah.
between him and Hetfield.
I think Dave had a lot of substance problems back then.
Well, yeah,
but,
I understand
You know,
that.
he wasn't. But the thing is that rage and him getting fired is what created another great band, Megadeth.
Yep.
And I'm not sure we would have had. Well, obviously we wouldn't have had Megadeth if it was like, hey guys, I just want to try something different. I mean, I think with Dave Mustaine, it's that anger that he brings, and you know. But yeah, I agree. Who knows?
Yeah. I just don't think, like with Hammett, there's no headbutting. You know, Hammett's like, okay, this is your band.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the solos. I'm going
Well,
to do this.
The difference in
I think Mustaine would be have more input and more writing, and I think there would have been more controversy with those two guys. You know what I mean? You're talking about two
Dave's gonna keep
major
it more
egos.
thrash, though, for sure. And with
Yeah.
Kirk, I think it went into a little bit more melodic. Still heavy, still thrash.
Well, it's a good question you bring up, because when it came time to Bob Rock time in the Black Album, would have Mustaine went that direction with them? Would he be as receptive as Hammett?
He would have been Kirk.
Hammett
on
didn't.
it.
I was like, I don't know, whatever you want to do, James. Right? What is Mustaine thinking about that direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that could have caused. You think about those things. You know, had they kept him, there could have been a lot of roadblocks. You know, a lot of problems. You know, with their progression. You
Still
know what
got
I mean?
Cliff on this one, too.
Would they be as big as they are now with Mustaine? Because Mustaine might have put the brakes on a lot of that, because saying, hey, you know what I mean?
It's not what we do.
Right.
Yeah, we want to keep it real here. You're like Slayer. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to write a hit single and be on MTV around the clock. And,
Right.
you know, I don't know if... Though Mustaine had some hits.
Sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
We saw him with Heaven and Hell.
It's right in here. I just grabbed some.
I wish
old
I-
ticket
Oh, he opened?
stubs,
Did he open
and,
for that?
Yeah.
They're in there. Yeah.
Corrosion, Conformity, Megadeth, and Heaven and Hell.
I wish I kept all
Megadeth
my old-
opened for Heaven and Hell?
Dennis just threw out all his old concert tickets on the table here.
Yeah, I get some stubs that go.
Unbelievable.
Ozzy Osbourne, Sting, Billy Idol.
About Ozzy Osbourne, we went to see him
White
at the
Snake.
Verizon,
yeah.
Kevin, and he got in the sleigh
Comes out in the sled.
with the Santa suit on, going around the top of the arena.
What?
That was freaking classic.
There we go.
There you go.
Was that the show?
That's the one.
Yeah.
At the Tusongas Arena.
Tusongas.
That's what. How much was it?
$50.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago, right?
No.
No.
It was the Heaven and Hell band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who was in that?
Iommi, Butler, Dio, and
Peace.
A Piece. Yes.
Oh, so great.
Oh, it was a great band.
That's classic Black Sabbath.
David Lee Roth, Casino,
Yep.
2003.
That
The
was-
casino.
That was him when he had that white strung out hair.
I
He
have.
played the
Yeah,
casino.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
shiny pink
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah, remember that?
I was there.
You weren't there?
No.
You know that, Derek?
That's me in the front row, and Dave in the back.
Is that the one where
Yes, that was it.
Front row.
your
What?
brother stood there with his hand out for half an hour and Dave wouldn't shake his hand?
What?
That was it.
What?
That show.
What album was that?
it was
Dirty,
so
filthy mouth. or
Yeah,
whatever
it
it
was one of the. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I think that was one of his better ones.
It was a good album. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. After you and I saw him, we came back from Florida and we saw him in Boston. Remember?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went to your parents' place. We stayed in Boston, and we flew back from Florida, and
Yeah.
then we were in Boston. Saw him at the what was it? Axis. What was Avalon? You
We
and
saw
me.
Dave at-
We saw David Lee Roth at Avalon.
Man, I got some black holes in my
Oh
brain.
my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
And we saw Tesla at Avalon.
I remember that. Who like played with him? Who was in his band?
Oh, hired guys. I don't.
God, I don't
remember.
remember that.
That was back when he, after Vi, Sheehan, and all that.
Oh,
you know.
right.
Wow.
It was just he had hired probably that guy from Atomic Punks.
Oh,
Satchel?
Satchel. Yeah.
No, the other guy.
Oh.
The other guy. The guy probably we saw at the casino. I forget his name.
Huh.
Maybe it wasn't Atomic Punks.
All right. Well, let's move on. Mark, you're
Yeah.
number one.
but,
Now
my
that
number
I'm
one
now that I'm
is,
shaken up that I don't remember seeing David Lee Roth.
Huh?
No, I don't remember seeing David Lee Roth in
You don't remember it?
what year? That must have been like 94.
94.
God, I don't remember.
We went down to the condo.
Yeah, no, I remember that trip. I remember that's where we discovered that Motley album, and
Yeah, we came back. We saw Dave at the Avalon.
don't remember that. Wow.
Oh, we had number one. My number one, Iron Maiden, Power Slave. That album.
You could move any one of these albums we
Yeah,
talked
you
about
could.
all over the
These
it
are all
doesn't matter.
interchangeable, but for me, that album is just. And you know what even sealed the deal for me was the Live After Death that followed it a year later, and you get to see that album live. It was just like that was huge.
Yeah, that whole Egyptian
Mm-hmm.
tour.
Oh.
I went to the tour.
Yeah,
It was
you saw it.
incredible. Yeah. It's,
Amazing.
yeah. Big rock.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
I don't know.
Wow.
I thought that was my favorite of the year.
All right, my number one. It's funny when we did the live Van Halen show from Wally's in Hampton. We did the drunk fest that we had there. 84 was like we rated the albums in order, and then we did the brackets.
Yeah.
In the albums, this was like the bottom of the heap.
Yeah, of
Like,
the
we didn't-
Dave stuff.
of the
Yeah.
Dave stuff, but it has grown on me. It's
You put that in today, Derek, it's a masterpiece.
It's so good. So good.
And I don't know what you do, but I just listen to all the nuances Eddie's doing in
Yeah.
the songs.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, Girl Gone Bad, House of Pain, Hot for Teacher,
It's
Top
endless.
Jimmy, Panama.
There's no duds.
No.
Back then, you're like, Now you're like, every one of these songs is awesome.
Drums.
The
Yep.
drums.
So you can go back and listen to episode 18 of our podcast when we reviewed it. Yeah, unbelievable. And then let's see. Well, obviously, I said no more tour, right? Alex is doing the book tour. You know what I'd love to see Alex do? I'd love to see him do, even if he did like 3 nights at, some theater in New York or LA, where he just talked about the drumming on all the songs.
And a Q&A.
Like a Q&A all about drumming and
Yeah.
and the songs and inspiration. Because when he gets into that stuff, like when he was on the Jericho podcast and he started talking about some influences in drumming, I was like riveted. I was like, this is awesome.
Well, he's into like Bonham, Ginger Baker.
Everything.
the
It's
older-
like, I think
the
I
older
sent
guy.
you and Hilliker on Facebook maybe. I can't think of the drummer.
His approach to drumming was so different than anything in that genre that was going on. Who played the ride cymbal during the chorus? I mean, the verse.
Well, we know why they did that. They did that to fill out the song because it was just
3 of
lead.
them.
It was just doing lead. Eddie was, there was no rhythm.
So he'd play that crash to
it would
just fill
out
in,
the song.
and it worked.
Yeah. It was,
It was just amazing. The way he played, his approach to drumming was
yep.
incredible.
And now, if we can only get Dave to stop doing these YouTube videos.
Oh, he just put a new one out.
Did he?
Oh, did you see it?
You love it.
It's a blues song, I think.
Oh dear God.
Oh my God.
I like the blues, but Dave's just
Well,
gotta
not Dave.
stop. He's just gotta stop. So you and I had the same. You and I had the same, and the 3 of you had a lot. I wrote them down. I mean, obviously, Deep Purple, I guess, is the outlier, but Dio, Iron Maiden is the number 1 connection
Yeah.
between the 3 of you. I didn't have them in my list. No, Mark, you had Deep Purple too. So Deep Purple, Iron Maiden, and I
Van
think
Halen?
Judas Priest.
Yep, you
I
had
had
two, yeah.
Priest.
You two had Priest, and Dennis, you and I had VH. Well,
I
you
had VH.
we all had VH.
So who?
No one had fired up but me.
No, maybe 6, 7.
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
It was a good one. I mean, yeah.
I missed that Whitesnake one. I think that would have.
So the interesting is there any?
The worst album was the Loudness
Oh,
one. I was
got
making
mine
a
on
joke.
there. Are we doing worst album?
Oh, do you have
I
worst?
got mine.
Oh, do you? What?
Everyone got their worst album?
No, I was just doing. Mine was just Loudness. That was the worst.
Oh, mine was autograph. Sign in now or sign in,
Oh yeah.
please. That fucking sucked. Okay. Happy New Year. Good night.
Oh, sorry, Dennis. What were you gonna say?
That fucking-
No, I was gonna say the number 1 similarity was Power Slave, Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then no Van Halen, then Power Slave.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Purple had 2 votes.
No warning, huh?
No.
No, Dennis
I
gave
thought
you.
you were definitely going to be on that.
It's hard.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of albums.
It's hard, but like I'm surprised. My biggest listening to what you guys. Well, first of all, holy shit, Metallica. Metallica got 2 votes from you two guys.
Yeah.
That was.
And I was going to
yeah.
put them on it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm not that. I'm not arguing with that, but. Yeah, I mean, I guess my biggest regret, there are 2.
In this or life?
with the top 5 with Dio Last in Line.
yeah,
gotta
I
live
should have
with
put that on
I
mine
didn't make
too.
them
Yeah.
that album in the top 5. That's what I got to look.
Oh, you didn't have it in there.
I didn't have it. In
I
the
didn't
top
either.
5.
I thought.
No,
That
you
was-
did.
that was
You
me.
son of a bitch.
Oh, so you and I,
Number 5, yeah.
Kevin and I had it.
I should have probably took Fastway out and put
Yes.
Dio in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I like that Fastway album. I don't know.
And the other thing too, with me is another regret, I guess, through this is when you were talking about Rat. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's just too many. I mean,
It was
I
hard.
agree.
when you got 9 albums and 5 you can pick from, four great albums aren't getting in.
All 10 I wrote, somebody picked.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
it's not like,
We have a.
And
Do you have the
and-
warning on there?
I did, yeah.
And it's not going to get
Great.
easier. Like we started compiling the 85 list. I think we have all that we need. There's some freaking
We have a
great
listener.
albums on there.
listener, a listener,
Listener?
just commented on
Oh.
social media their
Yep.
top 5. You want me to read it?
Oh, sure.
Really?
So,
So tomorrow, if any, I
or no,
No, you can.
Okay.
Because this isn't like live. So I don't think anyone's going to really guess it. That more I was thinking about it. But if someone did, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Paul LeBlanc, number 5, Paul selected the Scorpions, Love at First Sting.
Yep.
So
My list.
That isn't. Yep. Ugh, that's another. Number 4 is Rat Out of the Cellar.
Boy, I like Paul. Keep going.
Yep.
This is my list.
Number 3 comes in with Iron Maiden, Power Slave.
Yeah.
So
That came up big.
and number 2, Dio, Last in Line.
Yeah.
And then number 1, the comment is this is easy. Van Halen, 1984.
If Paul swapped out Metallica with Iron Maiden,
He's got your
he has my list.
Yeah, and what's interesting, he honorable mentions The Warning, Queensryche, Tooth and Nail, Dawkins.
Yeah,
and then
I love that
slide
album.
it in.
Slide it in.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. No one talked about Dawkins. No.
Well, we did. He got his motorcycle, sold
Yeah.
his bike.
He sold his bike.
you can't top that story. I mean, come on.
No, that's a hit. All right, you want to, let's see.
Yeah, that was.
I wouldn't listen to Loudness. That,
I
I think it was too. I thought it wasn't, and then it was hard.
Because last year we had Motley Crue, right?
Yep.
That was a shout.
Yep.
In there.
Yep.
I think Dio's Holy Diver was.
Yeah, we have some good. But there weren't enough. There seemed to be just enough for us to pick the 5. You know.
Yeah, so next year it gets hard. We've got another Rat, another Dawkins, Accept, Yngwie, Bon Jovi, Dio, The Cult, Rush, Motley, Twisted, Iron Maiden, AC/DC.
Okay, so
I mean,
another
it's going to be
year of
another one. Mark's favorite, Autograph. We got them. Aerosmith. First Aerosmith.
that. Autograph put another album out
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's called That the Stuff? All That Stuff? I don't know. I just took notes. Corrosion of Conformity.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I remember that one.
What are you sending me?
Sent you a picture. Relax.
What is that?
What are you sending me?
Yeah, but I don't know what the picture.
What are you?
The picture of your mic?
I just took a picture. That's all. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, jeez. Right. Don't piss off
Yeah,
Mark.
take that.
All right, let's try this game here.
All right.
So, do you want to do the buzz in, or do you want to do the?
Yeah, my buzzing doesn't work 'cause every time I hit it, an ad comes up.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
only
put
hit.
it- Let me download a different.
No. We don't have time. You only need to hit it once, Mark.
No, but when I go to hit it, instead of it hitting, an ad pops up.
Mark, I have mine just open. So does Dennis. Like
Okay,
this.
so I click it. Here it is. All right, buzzer.
Yep. Right.
Ad.
You put the
Then I
ad down,
put the ad down.
and that's all you need to do. Just don't touch any. Don't.
No, but watch. We say, okay, I got it.
Oh, down it worked.
Oh.
Then we get enjoy the buzzer. Not
No.
now. And then an ad pops up and just covers it all.
Mark, it's not rocket science.
right, let's go.
You're showing your age here. All right. Put it down on the ground. You don't need to hold
Put it down on the ground.
Not literally.
Yeah,
All right.
You gotta be a bitch.
So we're gonna do this. So we did it last year. This was lyrics and quotes from the bands that we reviewed in last year, '84. And I think you said lyrics were harder for you guys for whatever reason. And so we'll make those 10 points, and quotes will be 5 points. And hopefully I have enough
This
questions.
is from stuff we reviewed over the year.
Yep. So I guess someone's got to pick who goes. Oh no, you don't. You guys got to buzz in. That's right.
Right.
All right,
So-
I go first.
But who? How do we start with? Do you want to start? Well, I'll just start. We'll start with a lyric.
All right, whoever.
This is for 10 points.
So if you choose it and you get it wrong,
You can steal.
You're removed.
Yes, you
So
can't.
the-
Right,
No,
but how
you
do
don't-
they?
don't just
How do you
hit
know
the
which
buzzer.
guy gets it?
Well, I'm
Next.
hoping I can hear the difference.
Yeah, so you don't just hit the buzzer.
If
be a
what?
pain in the ass.
If
No,
the-
no. But I'm saying, say
If the
say
buzzer-
he says a question, I buzz, but it's wrong. How do we determine which one of you gets to second guess it? Like who gets the answer? You or Kevin?
You know, I hadn't thought of Kevin playing this game.
I'm gonna watch.
I didn't think how that
We'll
could.
team up against you.
Kevin, could you turn numbers or something for us? Like, could you turn letters? Like,
Can he be Vanna White?
Would you like some Jack Daniels?
take your top
Sure.
off.
We'll phone a friend.
Yeah. Wait, Kevin.
Outside, not
Wait.
my phone on.
Wait. How do
Well,
we-
how do they do it on Jeopardy?
Like a lifeline.
Like if Jeopardy, if somebody goes ding and he says blah blah blah, and he goes nope, wrong.
goes to the next?
Oh, they buzz again quickly. Who gets
Well,
the next?
I don't know, but
Yes.
maybe Dennis can. I mean, Kevin can be like a phone a friend. You don't get the full point. You get half the point.
All right, he'll be a phone a friend.
It'll be a lifeline.
We okay, so both of us
you
can
don't
use
do a
Kevin
scam.
for phone a friend.
There you go.
All right.
But how are you gonna? When do you phone the friend?
So if you say you asked a question, I
Yep.
buzz. You asked a question. I'd like to phone a friend.
Everybody gets one.
I can confer with them.
Okay. All right. You could become very
All right,
busy.
so he's all right. I get it.
All right, Mark, explain those rules again to me. No. All right. So we'll start with it. Then we'll alternate. We'll go lyric, quote, lyric, quote. Okay. All right. First one. I'm just gonna start on the list. I'm gonna read this, and you guys buzz it. Kevin, you help me. Who buzzes first too? So we can. I'm gonna start reading it, and once you think you know it, you can buzz.
So you're reading a quote?
No, I'm reading lyrics first.
Oh,
And you just have to name the band.
not the song.
Nope. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Out in the streets, the dogs are on the run, the cats are all in heat. Out in the night, spiders all around you, spinning webs to make you pray, tie you up, and you can't get away. Now you could buzz and ask Kevin's support.
No, read it one more time, because either one of us.
Do you want me to read it kind of in tune?
Nah, don't do. Nah.
Okay, I won't. Out in the streets, the dogs are on the run, the cats are all in heat.
Rat.
That is wrong. Dennis, for the steal and 10 points. And if you want half the points, 5 points, you could ask for help. But if he's going like this, no, I'm just kidding.
And the other thing, we don't know what part of the lyrics. That could be the middle of the
Oh.
song or the end of the song.
So
or-
all these, I made it easy and did like the first verse.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
So could the benefit be like
I wonder
ask you to repeat it? That
Yeah, you can repeat it. Again.
I can repeat it.
I mean, I already didn't get it.
Maybe-
That's the drawback of hitting first. If you want to go first, that's fine. But then,
Well, here we repeated it once, so it's the third time.
all right,
So you want to
give
set
me the
the.
first line, I guess. Again,
Okay. Out in the streets, the dogs are on the run, the cats are all in heat. And by the way, when I say what it is and who it, you're gonna go, oh my god!
Yeah, well, of course.
Just not in the right.
It's not in the right.
I'm not rhyming it.
vernacular.
I'm not. Yeah.
White Snake.
Wrong. No one got it.
Deep
We're gonna
Purple.
keep it because we may need it later.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Moving on to the next one. Jesus Christ, what's this gonna be tricky? All right. So
This is still lyrics.
this is no, we're gonna go to quotes. That's right.
Okay.
Good call, Mark. All right, first quote. This is from a band that we reviewed. Matter of fact, should I tell you if they fell in our top 5 in the group or not?
No, because that's gonna narrow it down.
Okay. All right.
Too
Ready?
much.
I think that he was a prophet. I've had a difficulty time coming to terms with Jesus Christ as a son of God. Think about the types of people in the bands we reviewed, and that may help. Dennis for 5.
Deep Purple.
No. Mark?
Read it again.
I think that he was a prophet. I've had difficulty coming to terms with Jesus Christ as a son of God. And again, when I say it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
Iron Maiden.
No. Jesus Christ. All right.
Jesus.
Moving on to the next. We're going back to lyrics for 10.
I changed my
Ready?
buzzer sound.
Ready? Out in the streets, that's where we all meet.
Rat.
Mark, 10 points on the board.
That's what I thought the first song was. How's the first one start?
I'm not telling you the first one because we may need it.
No, what's the lyrics?
What were the lyrics?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you again. If we go back to it. Come on. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Vanna.
Hold on, my buzzer's got an ad.
You can still hit it. I'm thinking about buying.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And I'm thinking about buying.
Guys,
Wait a second. It's term life insurance. I'm going to.
pretty good price for a
All right.
dehumidifier.
Ready? We're going on to quotes. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. See, I should tell if it's in the top 5 or not, because quotes are hard. Like
All
ready?
right.
Ready?
All right.
You're
All
guessing?
right, go for it.
All right.
Deal?
No. Mark,
Say it again.
the only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing.
Metallica.
No. So why don't I say
This
like
is crazy.
if we talked about them or not tonight? Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it'll be easier.
Since we're,
All right, jumping over to lyrics again since you guys are tearing it up here. Ready?
yep.
Here we go. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got my.
Lazy eyes in the summer heat.
Van Halen. That's all I need, right?
Yeah, that's all you need. Mark,
I couldn't think of the
he
song.
choked. Ah!
Go Gone Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to quotes. And the quote is from someone that was mentioned, a band that was mentioned tonight. Yeah, and you just have to mention the band. You don't have to say the person. If heavy metal bands ruled the world, we'd be a lot better off.
Oh, man.
Was that you?
What the hell was that?
Is that?
Is
Yeah.
that? Did he buzz in?
I don't know. Did you buzz in?
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to deal.
No.
I'm going to keep saying deal.
All right, say it again.
Gonna be right too.
If heavy metal bands ruled the world, we'd be better off. We'd be a lot better off.
And this is a band we did tonight.
Yeah.
The top 5.
Yeah.
Priest.
No. Close.
Oh, I got.
All right.
Doesn't
we
matter.
may come back to that. Mark's gotten 2 lyrics.
I got 2 lyrics.
My job has been really easy so far.
All right, I got to mark these so I don't read them again. All right, ready? Here we go. Lyric. Out on the streets where you live, girls talk about their social lives. They're made of lipstick, plastic, and paint. A touch of sable in their eyes.
I'd like to ask a friend.
Are you really?
Look at that.
Okay.
Bon Jovi.
You got it.
Yes!
But you only get 5.
Wait a minute.
He only gets half points.
He only gets 5 points.
You said Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
We didn't do Bon Jovi tonight. You said we're doing all the bands we did
No,
tonight.
no. I said I would.
No.
You don't
Fine, it's
listen.
Wait a minute. I thought we were just doing the 5 bands we
No. For for the quotes.
Oh, for the quotes. All right.
Oh man. All right. So we got 5 points. Moving on to quotes. Ready? This is a band that
Hold on.
Come on.
I got. I'm trying to hit my thing. I got backgammon. Okay. We're not. Yeah. All right. See, he's got it.
Yeah, we're good.
This sucks. This
How is mine?
You got a 20-point lead.
I can hit mine 10 times and I get 0 ads.
Yeah.
This fucking app blows.
I think it knows there's an old man attached to that thing. And it's,
Might buy everything.
ooh, look. I guess I need diapers.
Good price for a hammock.
Yeah. Hey, honey, look at this hammock. Are you ready?
No, because it's.
I'm going to set my phone over here. Don't
fucking
touch
thing.
it. Just put your finger on it.
All right, ready?
Okay. Gosh. All right. Quote from a band that we reviewed tonight. Major labels blow all their money massively and blame it on the band. I guess I should maybe give hints. I don't know.
Do that again. Say that again.
Because these aren't quotes you read in the paper, but they're like their biggest quotes.
Say it again.
Major labels blow all their money massively and blame it on the bands. Okay.
Priest.
No.
It's over to me for the
Yeah.
steal. I'd like to call my friend again.
Yeah.
Hello, Kevin.
What do you got, Kevin?
Can you repeat the question?
Major labels blow all their money massively and blame it on the band.
What do you think? That sound like a David Lee Roth?
Metallica.
No.
Oh!
For the double steal.
Boy, it's funny. Last time quotes were easier for you guys and lyrics are hard. Now these.
I know. What the hell?
All right, we're moving on to lyrics. Ready?
Nope. All right, go ahead.
Be ready.
Yeah.
Get your buzzer.
Got it.
Nope.
All right. You got yours, Mark?
Yep.
All right. So I signed my name on number 24. Hey. Yeah. Okay.
Hagar.
There it is.
Can't drive 55.
What's the score here?
You're crushing them.
Okay, 3-0.
Hagar off that.
It's the first line of the song.
Can't try 55.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he probably could have named the song for an extra 10.
All right.
All right, Dennis, you got to get going here.
It's all right.
Let's make everything 10 points. All right. All right. Be ready.
I'm ready.
You ready?
You're ready.
I used to jog, but the ice cubes kept falling out of my glass.
Van Halen, David Lee Roth.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Well, we're both hitting the buzzer.
No.
Apparently, one of us is.
That's not even a buzzer.
I keep changing it.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep.
No.
Lyric. 10 points.
Oh.
No. I haven't even said it yet. Ready?
What is it?
We're off to the witch. We may.
I got that first.
That's ridiculous.
He got it.
Dio.
What?
Dio.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got that.
no shit.
Oh, well, I can tell you, I'm quick.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh. Christine? All right. Ready? Quote. We've talked about this guy tonight,
That's
but
the
we did
lyric?
not review. His name came up, but we did not review the album or the band.
Oh, is this lyric?
But he's part of all the albums we reviewed this year.
Lyric or quote?
This is a quote. Drugs, alcohol, and ego, they are all a bad mix.
John Sykes.
No. We didn't review Sykes this year.
No, we didn't. We talked about him tonight.
Yeah, I know, but I said, and we reviewed the album.
Oh.
For the Steal.
I'm going to go Don Dawkins.
Boom!
Wow, come on.
All right?
Nice.
You know why? You tried cheating.
You
got
know why, man?
You're cheating. You're hitting the buzzer. You get the
I'm
wrong
not hitting
answer.
the buzzer. I'm answering the question.
No, but you got to wait till he finishes it. Think about it, then hit the buzzer.
All right, going over the lyrics. Ready? Be ready. This one you guys should get. I mean, your wife may yell from upstairs. She knows this one.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just a very famous lyric. And these are all the first lines of the song so far. You talk too much, never saying what's on your mind.
I got it first. No way. I freaking bell ring before that buzzer.
Barnes,
I couldn't hear his over that. Bang!
you've got a lot of these. Let's give him a chance.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to go over to Kevin.
Oh, then it's going to be knocked by 5
All right.
points.
Why? It's a team.
No, that's all right.
You talk
read it
too
again.
much.
Oh, white steak.
All right.
That's bullshit. When we listen back to this, you'll hear my buzzer go off first. But you know what? We'll play
Well-
into controversy. Let's go.
It's all about the cards.
Mark's put on his shades.
Now I can see it falling through.
Well, he's just hitting the buzzer after 2 words.
Hitting the fucking buzzer, and then I'm not getting credit.
After 2 words.
Well,
Ready?
yeah, you talk too much. I mean, I knew it at that point. Are we
Okay.
supposed to wait for the
yeah,
whole?
we all-
What do you got to read? The whole album lyric?
No.
The whole
Oh, we
song?
all- everybody did. That was the easiest.
Are you ready? Here we go. What? That's not easy to hear.
Right. Well, hey.
That's
the race car. That's Kai's bringing to the race.
Okay, here we go. Here's a quote. I don't get all the women I want. I get all the women that want me.
David Lee Roth. Come on.
Come on. All right. Let's see here. All right, now we're off the lyrics again.
Yep.
Oh my God, this is hard. This one, I don't know.
This is a lyric.
Yeah. And it's a band. It was on someone's top 5 tonight.
Oh.
I remember I was asking why, and someday you said I'd know why. All these years of fighting hard, and now it's finally come too close. Why did I write this one down?
This is a lyric?
Yeah.
Sounds like a...
Nursery rhyme?
Fast way.
No.
Shit.
I remember I was asking why, and someday you said I'd know. All these years of fighting hard, and now it's finally come too close.
What are we doing with the ones we don't get?
Just going back in the queue.
Yeah.
All right.
And when we go to them again, I'll have to give hints of some sort.
I'm gonna...
You got a guess, free guess.
Yeah,
It's a band we talked about tonight?
Deep Purple?
Nope.
Maiden.
I can't answer that, sir. All
Why
right.
are we asking?
Moving over to quotes.
All right.
All right. This is from. I don't know if his name came up tonight. I don't. The album we reviewed. I'll give a hint. East Coast.
East Coast.
All right.
East
Now-
Coast band or East? What do you mean by
No,
East
it's his gang. Yeah.
gang?
East,
Okay.
East
Crips
Coast.
or Blood?
It's an East Coast band. It's an East Coast band. Ready?
All right.
This is a quote. Nowadays, people sell millions of records that can't sing.
I was first.
Yes.
Bon Jovi.
No.
Fucker.
East Coast... We didn't review that.
The band? No.
No.
We reviewed
Not
it in the year,
tonight.
not tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so...
Oh, I know who it is.
East Coast band.
I know it now. I
Yeah,
rush.
you do. Jesus, I don't.
Mark was close
Yeah. I know.
with the location
Yeah.
of the East Coast.
One of your
I got-
faves.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, then? What
yeah,
he said?
Yeah. I am going to say. I don't know.
There's not too many East Coast. You're gonna
Yeah.
say it's Northeast for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. I would. We didn't review the out. I
Go ahead.
I was going to say Aerosmith, but we didn't.
We didn't review that album this year.
We haven't done any of
Next year.
Go ahead.
All right.
Can I guess on this one?
And you give it to him.
No,
No, yeah, we'll give it to you.
I don't care.
All right, go.
Twisted Sister.
Yes.
Oh wow, really?
New York. Okay.
That's what I thought.
I
You,
had New York.
No,
on. Huh?
All right, you ready for this? Okay, here we go.
oh, hold on. I gotta get my buzzer up.
Get your buzzer up. I don't know
feel
why
like
you don't
the
just leave it on.
Patriots on
Well, no,
Sunday.
my phone locked.
So you're planning to lose?
You ready, Mark?
Yeah. Done it.
I don't. Ready? Furling out on all 8. Got my foot on the floor.
I got it first.
Go.
Fastway.
Yes.
All fired up.
Wow. Jeez. Mark is a machine.
Boom, boom, boom.
So when's this done?
What'd you say?
What?
Oh, we're almost. I don't even know if you could catch up. Let me see.
So whatever. I mean,
What are we at?
All right, let's.
What's the score?
A lot to nothing.
I got 5.
All right, let me reread a couple of the lyrics. Let me do all lyrics. Mark, if you get it, it's 5 points. Den, you get it, it's 10 points.
20.
Ready?
I'll give him 20
Mark.
points on this one.
It doesn't matter.
Get your buzzer out.
Okay.
Come on. That is the gayest buzzer I've heard. Mark. All right,
I love
ready?
it.
Well, low dealer with snake eyes.
Oh, you bastard. Nah, he doesn't know. See,
No,
Oh.
I just
He doesn't know.
you just insulted me. I'm
you hit
just
it.
trying
Okay,
to
what do
like.
you got?
Do you know
All
it?
right.
No,
I'm gonna say
I didn't buzz.
Whitesnake.
No.
Read again.
Oh, I thought you
No,
knew.
no,
you hit the
I
buzzer.
I know you didn't.
No, what
Yo, you hit the buzzer, and then it was like,
you're talking like you know it.
ooh,
What is
nice
it?
microphone.
Yeah.
there.
Well, you're
Ooh,
talking
that
like
big
you
time.
know it, but you don't know
Well, I
it.
got to hear it again. What do you got?
It's getting testy in here, Kevin.
This is like last
Wow.
Friday,
No,
December.
it's like I told you, the
All right,
Patriots
what do you
game Sunday.
read it again?
Well, low dealer with snake eyes. You cross me, you realize you're hot and leather.
Rat.
Mark with rat. All right, Dan. This game's over. I mean, Mark, you blew him out last year.
I quit.
I mean, it was close, right? Mark had 70,
I know. Hey, listen.
and Dennis had 20. Right. So, and the lyric. Let's see if you the lyrics that you didn't get. Out on the streets, dogs are on the run, the
Yeah,
cats are all in heat. Out in the night, spiders all around you, spinning webs to make you pay, tie you up, and you can't get away.
Yeah, what was that?
Bad boys running by.
Oh, bad. Scorps.
And then the other hard one was Queensryche. I don't know why I did that.
Oh, what's Reich tune though? Was it? What was the lyric?
I remember I was asking why, and some
Yeah, that's
day,
tough.
who knows?
Well, I remember not off that. I will remember. Oh, that's off Rage for Order.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's another quote I think Mark will probably get.
All right, what do you got?
The problem with self-improvement is knowing when to quit.
I think you've read that one to us before.
Really?
Dave?
It's Dave, yeah. So
Tell the Dave quote.
Oh, yeah.
you can tell the Mark dinging. All right. Sorry, people. If you stuck with this for that long, you are a true fan. All right. I don't have anything else to say other than
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And
We got through another one. We finally made it. Who sang that?
I don't know.
Looks like we made it. It's like it's a yacht rock.
Yacht rock,
Which we
yeah.
talked about earlier.
Huh.
I don't know what it is.
Sing it again. Give me a couple more bars. Go ahead.
That's
Mark.
all I know. Looks like we made it.
What about and Kevin for sitting in?
Kevin for sitting in. That was good.
Yeah, thanks for coming down, man.
Got his top 5.
Definitely cool to get your perspective.
I brought a cord for you because Mark said he had a mic, but he didn't bring a mic. So
I know. I don't know how that mic would have worked.
it would work fine.
So
Probably would.
I've seen.
Did you have an extra cable? I
Yeah.
didn't have a cable.
I've seen Joey Tempest sing into it. He's fine.
we got anything? What are we looking at for?
Oh, yeah,
next
what's
month?
up with January?
I mean, you got some things you're working on, but we
Well-
can't talk about yet. But
I do. Oh yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
You know, and there's
Yeah.
always like concert reports, which are nice too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were talking about like the day after. I can't make it that Friday, or it's at the show up in Maine, January.
The
What
Vince
show?
Neil show. And,
Yeah. That's like
I don't remember
January
the-
2nd.
Vince Neil?
No.
No?
August.
Oh, August.
August 2nd.
Oh, the tickets go on sale probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you
can
guys
buy
talking about?
the concert in Bangor, Maine, with Vince Neil.
Banga? I hardly even know her.
I know.
What do you mean,
Vince
Banga?
Neil.
Who's up there? Yeah. Dude,
You ready? Vince Neil, Stephen Piercy,
oh, that's right.
and
Brett.
Brett Michaels.
I think I'm going to that. that's so cheesy that I have to go see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like just your curiosity.
Yeah.
That's an overnighter too, right? I mean,
Is that at
I don't know what it's.
Bangor?
Yeah, it's some theater I
Banger?
never heard
Dude,
of.
that's a fucking
that's
ride.
what I mean.
You guys are driving a banger.
I'm gonna be sleeping in my rooftop tent in my truck,
yeah.
side of the road.
I tell you
somewhere.
what, you drive an extra 45 minutes, you're at my camp.
Oh,
You could stay at the camp.
Right. That's a good idea.
But who's driving?
so yeah, so January is actually
Vince.
January is actually light on albums. So is February. Most albums were released in October and November next year, September, October, November. So it's pretty light. So we'll have to shuffle some albums around. So next month we're going to review. Last January we did our predictions for 2024.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll review those.
Yeah, but I thought
and then
we were
we'll
going to...
let's come up with new predictions
Okay.
of 25.
But wait a minute.
No, there's more.
Oh, there we go. I love that buzzer.
Go ahead.
We did prediction this January?
We did
This past January?
Yeah, for 2024.
Okay, we have to... Did we review them to see if we're...
No, we're going to review them next month, and we'll create new ones.
You're going to do it next month. All right, I thought you'd do it.
I mean, I don't know how long we've been recording, but this is fucking... People are hanging in here.
Like
It's
3 hours.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's tomorrow. So, anyways, I guess thanks for hanging late for work. Thanks for hanging in there, and again, share with as many people as you can, and
Happy
I don't
New
know,
Year.
comment and like.
Man, one
What?
thing's for sure: 84 was one hell of a year, huh?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, no doubt.
24 was not. No, just kidding. No, it was. It was a good day. All right, cool. Well, peace, everyone. Thanks.